Hello and welcome to Logan Rando Aquascaping. My name is Logan and today I have some tips for you guys about how to remove green algae from your tank and keep it out for good. So a few months ago, I upgraded the lighting on this tank from the ONF Flat Nano to the TWINSTAR S series. And this light is a powerhouse. And because of it, a couple of weeks after upgrading, I got some pretty bad green algae. And my first tip for you is to not panic and to act quick. I think a lot of people, especially beginners in this hobby, when they see algae, they're sort of just worried that, oh, the tank is ruined, you know, maybe I have to start over, this is never gonna go away. But as long as you stay calm and you act quick, you will always be able to treat algae. And as I've discussed in previous videos, a deep maintenance session includes getting in there and doing some manual removal of algae. This is an especially effective way to deal with green algae. So I like to get in there with a toothbrush and scrub the problem areas. Sometimes the problem areas are hardscape, like rocks and woods. Other times it's more complicated where the problem areas are on your plants themselves. And these are particularly important to address quickly because if the green algae takes over the leaves of your plants, they're not gonna be able to photosynthesize, they're gonna get choked out for light, and they're gonna start dying, and then that's just gonna add to the problem. So I like to get in there with a toothbrush, particularly an electric toothbrush, and just kind of tease and scrub away the green algae. Now, in conjunction with doing that during my weekly maintenance sessions, I also make a big change to the lighting. So with this light, I had to purchase a dimmer because unfortunately the S-Series TWINSTARs do not come with a built-in dimmer. So I'll link my dimmer down below in the description, but I took the lighting down from 100% to 70%. And this made a huge difference. So you're not gonna see this difference right away. However, over the course of a few weeks, in conjunction with that manual removal, you will be able to see a big difference. And the lighting reduction is going to allow your plants to continue to thrive and grow, but the algae, which don't have as complex of systems, are not gonna be able to take advantage of that light, and eventually it will be minimally visible or it will disappear entirely. But there were a few more things I did. The first one involves my ultimate favorite weapon, hydrogen peroxide. So wherever I saw BBA or really bad green algae, I just spot dosed with a syringe, and that makes a huge difference, but you have to be very patient with this. And I would say for this tank, it took a solid 4 weeks for things to really start looking significantly better. So don't give up, keep doing what you're doing, eventually it'll make a difference. And then the other big thing I did was I trimmed. So once things were sort of stabilized and I lowered the lighting, which took about 2 weeks, I did a very big trimming session because I lowered the light, I wanted to make room for new growth that was adapted to those new reduced PAR levels, and I wanted to get rid of all the sort of yucky growth that had algae and BBA interwoven. And that made a really big difference as well, because now, several weeks after doing the trimming, you can see that the new growth is super healthy, it's vibrant, the colors are nice, and there's just not very much visible algae. So I'm happy to say that all the hard work has paid off. And once you dial in your lighting, you dial in your CO2, you dial in your ferts, as long as you're consistent with that and you're doing your maintenance on a weekly basis, things should remain stable for you and you should be able to enjoy a really consistently nice, beautiful, clean aquascape moving forward. So that's all the time I have for today's video, but do me a favor, let me know down below in the comments what your biggest aha moment was for keeping a relatively algae-free tank. I love hearing from you guys, and I think this community can always benefit from great tips when it comes to algae removal. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.